Okay, good.
Frank, what's the address?
Okay, Captain Ali.
100 West Main. Is it Main? East First Street. 100 East First Street. We on First, East First. Now we'll know the address to the police, but I know the address to the county jail.
So Russell, what are your thoughts on what's happening right now?
I think that, we can't go into all-out war. I think that this idea of peaceful protest is important, but I think action is important too. I think there's infrastructure changes we can make. We need special prosecutors so that in cases where unarmed people are shot, it's not left up to the local DA to prosecute. I think we need GoPros on all the police. And more importantly, I think we need to build a bridge and save lives over this summer and in general. So I think what we've always had is a good relationship between the Nation of Islam and law enforcement. And I have programs in 25 cities that are run by Captain Dennis Muhammad, who trained many of the captains in the nation. And those 25 cities have those programs called peacekeepers. And in some cities, police sensitivity training has been taught by Captain Dennis Muhammad. And in other cities, police sensitivity and community sensitivity programs have been taught by Captain Dennis Muhammad. So he runs the peacekeepers in 25 cities. It's the nucleus of the 10,000 men, or a piece of the idea, the 10,000 men that Mr. Farrakhan called at the march recently in October, that there'd be 10,000 men in our community that would help police our community, that would help to also communicate and build a bridge so that that people don't feel like they're an occupying force. People aren't afraid of the community, and the community can learn one day not to be afraid of police. Now, they've been whipping our ass for 400 years. It's not something that's new, but the cameras are now showing it. So people are sympathetic. So there's a moment now where we can really make reform that matters. Real, important, necessary changes. We know that if you kill your brother, or if your brother is killed, then you will bury the body. That's what local DAs do when it's time to prosecute. And so we need special prosecutors, as in New York, where lots of celebrities came together and 100,000 people marched. And Governor Cuomo, who could not get the law changed, issued an executive order where there's now a special prosecutor in cases where unarmed people are shot. So that's a special shift. So we need infrastructural changes.
Russell, what's different about today?
Thank you, Russell.
You view this as a turning point?
I view this as a moment where we can make a change if we pick up the pieces.
How?
In other words, how? Well, one of many solutions is my idea to get the peacekeepers in all the cities to work with law enforcement and help the police, not only the police, but to police the community. And so the police will have a bridge. So if we build a bridge between community and police and promote sensitivity between police and community, then we can start to move back to a place, or not back, we can move into the future where there's such a thing as a real good relationship with law enforcement and police. We can't throw our hands up, we can't be violent, we don't have nothing but pop guns, we can't start a war. All we can do is try to promote a positive change. And so that's my role, is I'm going to go travel to the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement in Washington, and I will use them as a bridge to all law enforcement to create the kind of programs that make a difference. And one example, we have a program that Captain Dennis Muhammad and the peacekeepers promoted in Florida. The police chief, a non-African American who is very sensitive to the plight of the people there, created a program where he paid young people to go through the peacekeepers programs, paid them. And then that program was very successful. Lots of people became junior peacekeepers. That program promoted so much goodwill between police and community, and he'll testify that. So every city may have a different solution, but just the bridge itself is necessary.